Well, I have a normal rule in politics never to be angry. But this does make me genuinely angry because for so many reasons. One, the policy. It's taking £300 away from the very poorest pensioners. And we know the Labour Party, when this was mooted for the reasons we've given about means testing, and we looked at trying to find a way of removing people on high incomes from it in a way that was simple and cheap. Because you don't want to give it to millionaires, do you? But you do need to give it on people, as Tim rightly says, on low figures. And the Labour Party's own analysis in 2017 suggested nearly 4,000 people would die in a winter
State pension
as a result of this policy. And so
as a result of means testing.
As a result of means testing this. Because, of course, the poor, as has been said, the very poorest pensioners are not the pensioners on pension credit, very low income though they've got. They're the people who are eligible for it, but for one reason or another don't claim. And those people get the £300. And we're about to have fuel bills go right up again. So while Keir Starmer, while he is choosing whether he goes to see Taylor Swift or Arsenal, both at free cost, pensioners this winter are going to be choosing between heating and eating. It's that serious. But the government can do that. The government has been elected and it has the right to make these tough choices depending on the situation. Except this government in the election, that's why I feel so sorry for people who feel fooled by them, promised the Chief Secretary of the Treasury, it wasn't Lucy, some non-economic job, the Chief Secretary of the Treasury now promised that pensioner benefits would not be cut. That's what he said. And here, the first thing they do is cut it. And people will die as a result. And then from a process point of view, they're obliged. If it would cost business, however defined, more £10 million, they are legally obliged to do an impact assessment. They did the Equalities Impact Assessment, which we had to force them to bring out into the public, so much for transparency. But that's because in all cases they claimed an exemption. But how does the removal of all of this funding from, it's supposed to save, I think, £1.4 billion, how does that not have a £10 million
well, listen,
impact?
let's
so
put
there's no impact assessment. People will die. They promised not to do it, and they haven't even done the most basic procedures to make sure they understand. Will the impact, in fact, either because of take-up a pension credit, I mean, hallelujah if you can get everyone on it who deserves it, but we've tried, we got it up considerably, and we had the record number last year,